Now, listen, you guys, Kanye West is coming through with some accountability and some apologies to the communities that he offended when he was going through an episode, and Nicki had a couple of words to say about it. Meanwhile, it seems like Offset is out there wanting more from the divorce. He is not going to be accepting crumbs. We're going to be discussing about that. And Khia had a couple of things to say about this entire Keyshia Kaoir and Nicki Minaj situation. Meanwhile, Stephon Diggs and, of course, the drama surrounding his, baby mamas and stuff is still going on with allegations of Advovo BBL possibly getting her lick back. Hello, tea lovers, and welcome to the tea plug. I trust you guys are doing well, and I trust you are doing great. Personally, I am doing great, you guys. I am doing extremely amazing. And without further ado, let us dive straight into today's tea. So, first of all, let us talk about this entire situation with, Kanye West. You guys do know that, well, his relationship with, because I don't know how sensitive YouTube is to even mention that community, but the community that I'm talking about, that community that is behind a lot of, powerful people. Well, he said some really disturbing things regarding that community. And so it does seem like in 2025, he decided to take some accountability. And so he went and spoke to a rabbi, basically apologizing for everything that he has said. Now, personally, I do feel like if indeed he does have bipolar, I think it has been confirmed that, of course, he does have it. Well, it's a good step in the right direction, okay? Because it's never a cool thing to be hateful against a community, especially one that was traumatized. Now, I do wish that he would also go ahead and apologize to many other communities that he might have offended during, some of these rants. Because as far as I'm concerned, he did make some remarks also about slavery and stuff like that. Did he take accountability for that? Correct me if I'm wrong. But if he hasn't, I would feel like if it's coming from a genuine place, not from a place of being scared to lose certain things or certain privileges, then the apologies should go around for everybody that is ever offended. But anyway, let me know in the comment section, you guys, what you think about that. I will, of course, insert a clip of him apologizing, and it seems like the rabbi was very receptive to his apology. Now, some people were also pointing out how genuine that apology could be, given that he recently has a show in Mexico, and people are saying that, well, the president of Mexico is actually from the same community. So people feel like, well, the reason why he's doing this is because he wants to go and perform there. But on that, honestly, I do feel like, well, Kanye does not have an issue performing anyway. It's not like he's doing this, in my own opinion, to sell some tickets, because with or without that apology, people still have been going out of their way to go and attend his shows. So I highly doubt that this was done just to sell some tickets. But anyway, one person who had something to say about this entire situation is none other than Nicki Minaj, okay? So after seeing the apology was posted via Akademiks, by the way. So after seeing the apology, this is what Nicki Minaj had to say. She said, "I am so happy to see Kanye publicly take accountability for the pain his words may have caused to so many, standing with our Jewish brothers and sisters." And of course, those that are out there always looking for a way to make it seem like she's done something ridiculous, they were coming for her. Like, at this point, I'm like, this woman can sneeze and you guys would still have an issue. And for me, honestly, to see her putting their differences aside, because you guys know the entire situation with New Body, up to the point where even Kanye was being weird, trying to replace Nicki Minaj with Ice Spice. For those of you who still were thinking that, well, that was AI, this and that, it clearly wasn't AI, because Ty Dolla $ign did confirm that, in fact, they had asked Ice Spice, to send in her own, bars to the song. Which is very weird, okay? I get he was salty over Nicki Minaj refusing to clear that, given how he has moved over the year, especially around the H train and all of these things. But to see that Nicki is looking past that is something that is beautiful to watch. because I do feel like Kanye West is talented, and I wouldn't be opposed to another song with Nicki Minaj. Granted, of course, that he may snap back into it and, of course, crash out and all of these things. So I would hope that if they do work together, he will not turn around trying to play on her top again. Okay, but yeah, let me know in the comment section what you think about that. Meanwhile, let me insert the conversation between Kanye and the rabbi, and tell me if you do recognize who this person is in the video, because some people are like, how do we even know that this is Kanye? You know, there are a lot of conspiracy theorists that still do believe that that's a clone of Kanye, that is not the actual Kanye West.
Sit here with you today and just take accountability. I was dealing with some various issues, dealing with bipolar also. So it would take the ideas I had and have me take them to an extreme where I would forget about the protection of the people around me and myself. So I wanted to come and take accountability. Sometimes people aren't that knowledgeable about the bipolar and the cause or what causes it and the way you act when you have this disease. So it's like if you left the house and you left your kid at the house, and your kid went and messed up the kitchen and messed up the garage and messed up the living room. Now when you get back, it's your responsibility because that's your child. And that's the way I look at it. It's like I gotta go clean up the kitchen, I gotta clean up the living room, I gotta clean up the garage. Yeah, and it's a big deal for me as a man to come and take accountability for all the things that I've said. And I really just appreciate you embracing me with open arms and allowing me to make amends. And this is the beginning and the first steps and the first brick by brick to build back the strong walls.
He said in Yandut, the rabbi said the Judaism, Judaism brought to the world a way for someone when he regret about something that he has done wrong. And the Jews live on this way of if someone did something wrong, you can regret and fix it. And the rabbi is hugging you and hugging everybody. And God willing, and from now on, strong things and good things, and only good. You are a very good man.
Amen. That's a blessing, man. Yeah, good.
Well, there you heard that, you guys. Now, moving on to the next thing that we're going to be talking about. Some bubs are out there praising Khia for how, she was handling this entire Nicki Minaj and Keyshia Kaoir situation. Well, she did a video. You do know that she loves a good read. And some bubs were really impressed, okay? But personally, I caught some shade, okay? I caught some shade towards Nicki. But then again, it's Khia. She's always gonna read somebody. She's always gonna shade somebody. She may give you your tens, but well, that just won't come for free. There will be some shade embedded in all of that. So let me insert what she had to say, and let me know, you guys, in the comment section, do you agree with what she was saying about Keyshia Kaoir, and of course the subtle shade that she was throwing towards Nicki Minaj's way?
But your face, girl, you don't have to say a motherfucking word, honey. People seeing your face, honey, didn't match your body. Nick Van Dyke said you tried to pretend like you got stung by some wasps. Had an allergic reaction. I said, no, that's that bitch face. You doing all that motherfucking black magic, and now it's coming out. You got to pay it back through your motherfucking facial features, and the muscles in your face done collapse, and you look in the motherfucking book. Anyway, child, always running, nipping, and tucking your face and body done cost you. We the people seeing you hold as you in real life, just evil, botched, and turned out. Anyway, but not a blood clot tea. Bitch, I fucking gagged. You know what, Nicki? Not the filter stop filling in. I said, not in the Jamaican accent. I holler. You know what, Nicki? Comedy Central, we gag. Okay, you should have called the queen for Queen Radio because we would have been over there gagging together. Girl, pay me. Gag on you, letting everybody else steal your credit card. Anyway, okay. Nick Van Dyke ain't buying it. She said you want to be her, dress like her, act like her, mad because Guwap wanted her. And she didn't never give Guwap no pussy. So you rushed to give him some, girl. And now you giving him all kind of medication to keep him sedated. I said, no. Anyway, girl, bitch, was you bit by a wasp? The people say, no, that's just too much Botox and surgeries that you done got to your face. You looking like K. Michelle. Keyshia Kaoir, you dishonorable horror is what we the people is called. You know what Mac Breezy say? She want all the smoke because they done sent the video in. I said, I thought Mac Breezy was married. Y'all know I love me some Mac Breezy. She can't do no wrong in my eye. I don't give a damn. That was Gucci first hoe. The one that was taking all the licks upside her head, was hiding all the dope in her pussy and was making sure that he was on the road getting to the money back in the day. So I'm going to ride with Breezy. Free Gucci. But Breezy say, fuck that hoe. That hoe been a hoe from under the floor. She don't trust that hoe. That hoe got Gucci under spell. She done went to Jamaica and put all kind of root on them. I said, not a root. I said, you know what, y'all hoes in these roots and these spells and want to act like y'all got all this control and want to go out here killing goats and chickens. The queen is not with that. Do not get it twisted. Yes, I am a daughter of Oshun, but baby, I ain't killing no goats, no chicken. I ain't backwards crap walking in nobody's woods and bushes trying to keep a man. Keyshia Kaoir say she's in charge. Baby, and he will obey. He's slow, he's weak, and I'm strong. And he's going to do everything I say, and I'm going to control all of his shit money and that dick and who pussy he put it in. I say, God damn. Or if he doesn't listen to what she has to say, she say she going to up his medications. I say, and take his phone and lock him up. Because he's her property. I said, God damn. Okay, I don't want no husband like that. Anyway, child, done turned Guwap into a zombie. Girl, you going to have to pay for every spell you put on. That girl don't put so much spells on you. They say your hair done turned curly and you used to be a nappy-headed nigga from the hood. I said, child, blink twice if you need help, Guwap. Oh, what's that? You can't even blink because she keeps you in shades. Ain't no way, Jesus. Send your ass back to church. Get an exorcism, Gucci, because ain't no.
Well, there you heard that, you guys. There you heard that. Now, moving on to the next thing that we're going to be talking about. Let us talk about Offset and, of course, Advocate BBL. Now, Offset allegedly is out there denying the 10 million divorce settlement because he does feel like he did a lot for Advovo's career, and so he equally deserves whatever she's gonna get. So basically he's advocating to share the assets equally. Now, of course, this is being received with mixed feelings, with some women feeling like, listen, it's such bum behavior to want to get half of things that you didn't work for. It is Advovo BBL who was out there working. And of course, some men are saying, well, when it's being done by a woman, you guys are all saying, well, it doesn't matter who is actually making the money because, you know, as partners, you'll be helping each other here and there. So personally, I will say that with this entire situation, I don't know what to say, because in as much as I want to say power to women, oh my God, it's bum behavior for Offset to be wanting that. I do remember Advocate BBL, unprovoked, coming to the internet, basically telling us that, well, her career, Offset did so much for her career, and that, well, you know, he helped her in as far as business is concerned, handling business is concerned, and features also. I mean, for the longest of time, people have said that a lot of the features that Advovo would secure from people who had been in the industry for a long period of time was because they were out there giving Offset some respect, because at that time Migos was popping way more than Advocate BBL. So that's what people were basically saying, have been saying actually for the longest of time. And she herself came and cemented that, listen, look at my husband, you know, he's this great man. He's helped me with my career. He does so much for me. I do not know in as far as the writing is concerned if he is also, written for her. I mean, we all know that, well, there are some other ghostwriters. There's Patterson Fontaine. But before partisan, we don't know now if, there was any assistance from Offset in writing. And I do fear that the more this divorce proceeds and the more it gets messy, a lot is going to be spilled that we may not be ready to actually hear. So I just do hope that whatever route Advovo takes, she knows that there is a lot at stake, not just the money. But if there are some dirty things happening behind the scenes, I promise you, divorces often get messy. And they normally get messy, especially when it comes to the apportionment of the assets. That's when you'll realize, or you'll start feeling like you even were married to your enemy. Because for some reason, I don't know what happens when people get divorced and they cannot reach an amicable agreement on the apportionment of the assets. Like, people will literally turn into monsters. And unfortunately, due to how she moved, after this entire Offset scandal, cheating on him with this footballer and then falling pregnant, unfortunately, if there was any sort of sympathy left in Offset, I don't think that the way that she moved from that man was smart enough. Now, I know women like to argue and say that, well, she has endured a lot in as far as that marriage is concerned. And that I agree with. That man has been doing too much in that marriage. And if anything, the way that man disrespected her whilst they were still married and whilst she was out there still showing him grace, the way that he was behaving even then should have made her smart enough to know that she's dealing with the devil. Okay, that in itself should have made her realize that I don't want to annoy this man any further. If anything, I'm going to divorce him, right? And play this naive, nice person. And then when the divorce is final, I will get my league back. And if possible, I would still even give him hopes of reconciliation. Do you understand? Like, that's just how sometimes you just have to be strategic with everything, okay? It's not everything that you need to be out there ignorant and arrogant. Sometimes you have to use your brain, okay? This man clearly is a devil. This man clearly doesn't give an F about me. But as far as I know, this man was still messing with her, but he still wanted the aesthetic of still being married to her. Okay, so what I would do is I'd be like, I think let us divorce and let's, try to rekindle anything. And if we're going to get married, let's do it again. I just feel like we need some time apart. I would even plant seeds of, deep down, I know I still love you and there's no one like you, for me out there. So I just want some time for you to think and, for me to also think. I know definitely at the end of the day, we'll find each other. We'll come back to each other. That way you can have your way in the divorce. You can have your way with the settlement. Do you understand? That's what she should have done. But of course, she wanted to sell an album and she decided to lay with a man who might even be worse than Offset. And you went and bragged about it to the internet thinking you're doing something. But at the end of the day, after people crown you the drama queen, oh my God, drama queen this, drama queen that, at the end of the day, now you're stuck with this man on your own. Now he doesn't want the 10 million divorce settlement. And now you have to deal with it yourself. Your fans, nowhere to be found. T-Plug, of course, I'll comment from the comfort of my home. Lovely T is still selling her cups. Jason Lee out there threatening people, allegedly. Ken Barbie still getting more Botox shots. And who's left to deal with this mess of a man? It is you. It's literally you. None of your supporters are going to be there in the courts with you to defend things that you've worked hard for. Because in as much as I do not like her, clearly she was bringing in more money than the husband. But the husband will fight dirty because of the public embarrassment. That's how men are to be honest with each other. They are like that. I'm not saying that to put them on a pedestal or to say that it's a good thing. But if you figure them out, if you figure how, if you bruise their egos, they react, then it's time to be strategic with your moves. It's not time to be out there trying to prove anything to anyone. Play the long and smart game. Should have played chess, but you decided to play checkers with Stephon Diggs of all people. Now, I'm just thinking, on the other side, the Stephon Diggs guy, allegedly, it has been confirmed that Instagram model, well, he's the father. And this is who you're playing checkers. Oh my God. This is what your leak bag looks like. And allegedly more things are happening behind the scenes. I was watching, there's a certain channel that I was actually watching here, in the morning. And it was talking about her allegedly getting her leak bag. I don't know what leak bag she can possibly get on Stefan, because if it is going under another man while still pregnant for another man, then at this point, I mean, all the mental health allegations they like to put on Nicki Minaj, maybe it would be high time to put them on another person. Because honestly, if she were to cheat on Stefan as a leak bag, I mean, the daft allegations, unfortunately, yeah, she's not beating them. But anyway, let me know in the comment section, you guys, what you think about Advovo and the husband. How nasty do you think the divorce is going to get? Do you think that he will get to a point where he will accept 10 million? Or do you think that, well, he's obviously going to continue pressing to get more? And do you think it was a smart idea for Advovo BBL to leave the marriage in the style that, she did? Because all the women that were applauding her on the internet that, well, you did a good thing, make him feel, you do that when you've got nothing to lose. These are the things that you do when you're not married to a bum. If you know that you actively married a bum who's leeching off of you, obviously it's going to make the divorce process complicated for you. And you're out there taking advice from these internet people that are living vicariously through you, that are living their whole dreams through you. Like, honestly, be smart. Be smart about it. But that's what you get when you've got yes men in your corner, the likes of Ken Barbie and stuff. Instead of sitting their friends down and telling her, that, listen, this is not how you do things. It's smarter for you to do this. Instead of advising her that, of course, she's their meal ticket. So they're going to give her praise, even when they know that whatever she's doing is self-destructive. But anyway, that being said, she also told us herself that her baby daddy is a hero. So I guess this is Superman Offset coming to be a hero in the divorce settlement. You know what? One thing about it is, you guys, let me tell you this. Never lie about what your man does for you. Like, if that man is a bum and you still love him like that, the last thing you should do is to come to the public to try and make him look like he's not a bum. Don't unbum a bum. A bum is a bum. I'm sorry, I had to cut that because I was laughing. Yeah, you could never ever unbum a bum, no matter how stiff the competition seems like, because she was out there trying to prove to us that, oh, my husband is a hero, your baby daddy is a zero. She thought she ate that. She thought she was coming for Nicki Minaj. But now I hope Offset quotes those lyrics in the court to say she herself even said that I am a hero. So how can she say that I deserve 10 million? When I'm the hero to not only a career, but the hero of the family. Now look at Superman Offset. The hero is coming for his piece of the pie. How can you deny him his rights? But anyway, you guys, let me know in the comment section what you think about that. Another person that I'm finding hilarious with this entire coverage of the Offset, Stefan, and Advovo BBL situation is Akademiks. Because you guys know that Akademiks and Advovo BBL have some form of relationship where she gives him her exclusive, and in return, Akademiks is not so harsh on her. I guess she doesn't want a Caesar moment of not being able to work in the studio because of something that Akademiks said. Like, this new school of artists really does not have thick skin. Where's the media training? You think Nicki Minaj is going to be in tears because of what Akademiks said? Like, no matter what he says, you think Nicki is going to lose sleep over that? You really think that Beyonce is going to lose sleep over whatever Akademiks has to say about her? You really think that, Lady Gaga is going to lose sleep over anything that a blogger says about her? No. These guys were prepared for the fame. These guys were true celebrities prepared for the celebrity. But you cannot say the same about this new school of people, the likes of Caesar. Like, imagine crying over what Akademiks is saying. Like, crying because Akademiks say that, well, you and him have got the same body. Why should you cry? At least if it was slim, I would understand. Like, no. I would never ever cry over being body shamed by somebody like Akademiks. Like, come on. grow some thick skin. And to go with your own tea to appease Akademiks, to me as a celebrity, is just a funny thing. But anyway, of course, Akademiks doesn't know how to cover this entire thing, because in one breath, he still wants to act like he still is friendly towards Advovo Bibio. On the other hand, he doesn't want his followers to call him out for the hypocrisy, because you know that the Akademiks followers, a lot of them really are women haters in general. So obviously, in this entire Offset and Advovo Bibio situation, they're taking they're taking Offset's side. So in one breath, he's trying to appease his followers. In another breath, he's trying to maintain the relationship because of the exclusives that he got from Advovo Bibio. So his commentary about this entire situation is very funny to me, and I'll leave you listening to that. But I don't think that after that I'm going to be coming back. So thank you very much, you guys, for watching, and thank you very much for making it this far. I'm sorry, you guys, it is one video a day nowadays. There's something that is going on behind the scenes. In due time, I will tell you what it is. But until my next one, see you.
Pregnant? Girl from Kiki that Drake referencing In My Feelings, he got her pregnant. Is Stephon Diggs really getting these chicks pregnant, or like this is just like all cap at this point? Like, this is kind of like interesting. Yo, I think Stephon Diggs has got more chicks pregnant than Offset actually cheated on Cardi B. This shit is crazy. Yo, I seen that nigga on the football field. I'm like, damn, I thought this nigga would be on the fucking the set of Plug Talk the way I keep hearing about this nigga. Interesting. I see Offset was like dissing see Offset disses Cardi. He dissed her recently. Did y'all hear that? So he dissed her on a song called No Sweat. Where's that? He said, "How the fuck you leave Jordan for Rodman, huh?" Now he's calling himself Jordan, and he's calling Stephon Diggs Rodman because there's a lot of fruity allegations. Now we haven't ever heard the truth about that, but remember the other guy who came out saying that Javante, I don't know what the fuck he was saying, but anyway, he said that Stephon Diggs tried to fuck him. So I guess that's why he's calling him Rodman. He said, "You a fool if you think that I'm hurt. You ain't happy. I know I'm at work. How you married and still giving birth? Get some help. Bitch, you going berserk." That's interesting. Do I think Offset's hurt? I don't think Offset's hurt, but I'm not going to be delusional. Bro, Offset's embarrassed just like Cardi B's embarrassed, man. Like, bro, at the end of the day, even if you're not hurt by their actions, you know you got kids with them, bro. Like, yo, like everybody online looking at y'all family like y'all are just like some clowns. Like, that's not a good feeling, right? And yes, your daughter, your sons, and everybody, like all the kids you have with Cardi's having a great life, but it kind of looks a little clownish when there's another dude already in the mix. The divorce ain't final. At some point you're gonna have to explain to the kids, and I'm pretty sure it's the same thing for Cardi. She's probably looking at it like, yo, I gotta explain why at some point why me and her dad not together, that he used to do A, B, C, and D. So I don't think he's hurt, but I do think both parties are embarrassed by the other. I think Cardi feels embarrassed. I think Cardi feels like, yo, you were cheating on me with bum bitches. Like, yo, my whole relationship with you or marriage to you, and when I was pregnant, like, nigga, like, by the way, that's not from her. That's just me speculating. Yeah, for sure she was embarrassed. And I think Offset now is embarrassed, like, yo, I'm not hurt that, like, you fuck with this nigga, but, like, it's kind of embarrassing. Yo, chat, there's nothing more embarrassing than the woman you chose to make your wife or your queen, you see going out sad behind another nigga, bro. Like, that's a fact. Like, you know what's crazy? Like, I've been with a chick and I've seen other niggas like, running through him or like doing whatever with him. And like, it's not that I'm hurt. I'm just like, damn, y'all really took her serious. Like, when you see, like, there's no more humbling moment than you see the world treating the chick that at one point you thought was your queen like a pile of garbage, like a cum dumpster. That's a fact. You feel what I'm saying? So I think that's where the embarrassment is. It's like, I think Offset's looking at it like, yo, I put a ring on your finger. Like, yeah, I ain't shit, but I did X, Y, and Z. Like, yo, homeboy got like 4 other baby moms right now. Like, it's just crazy. That's what I think he feels. That's embarrassment. Like, he's embarrassed. But I think Cardi feels embarrassed of that nigga too. Like, nigga, yeah, you could feel embarrassed, but nigga, you were with Cardi B, nigga, and you were cheating on me with, nigga, you gonna cheat on me, Christian on Rock, nigga? Like, come on, dog. So I think they both embarrassed of each other. You feel what I'm saying? It is what it is. It is what it is. I just know, and again, an Offset like situation, it's kind of harder to kind of communicate that because Cardi B's with a NFL player. Offset just fucking every bad bitch that's out of Miami who's Spanish. Like, yeah, they might be younger, look better than Cardi, but they're nobodies. And people don't care about that. People love storylines. All right. Let me see what else.
You been hating on that girl since beginning. That's cap. Nicki actually was trying to take her under her wing, and Cardi, illiterate